Hello, are you ready? That's what our little devotional today is about, is being ready for Christ's return. And Gina's going to read Matthew 24:42 through 51 for us.
Hello everyone, good morning and good evening to us. So we will start again our 5-minute ministry and by reading the Word of God in Matthew 24, and it will be seen on verse 42 up to 51. Therefore keep watch, because you do not know on what day your Lord will come. But understand this, if the owner of the house had known at what time of night the thief was coming, he would have kept watch and would not have let his house be broken into. So you also must be ready, because the Son of Man will come at an hour when you do not even expect him. Who then is the faithful and wise servant whom the master has put in charge of the servants in the household to give them their food at the proper time? It will be good for that servant whose master finds him doing so when he returns. I tell you the truth, he will put him in charge of all his possessions. But suppose the servant is wicked and says to himself, my master is staying away a long time, and he then begins to beat his fellow servants and to eat and drink with drunkards. The master of the servant will come on a day when he does not expect him, and at an hour he is not aware of. Last verse on 51, he will cut him to pieces and assign him a place with the hypocrites, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. The good Lord bless his word.
So first thing I wanted to say is, and since I've been a Christian, even before I was a Christian, we always have people that'll talk of, oh, well, so-and-so happened, or this earthquake happened, or this person's in office and is acting in this fashion. That means it's the coming, second coming of Christ. That means the rapture is coming. That means that, no, don't even fall into those beliefs, because right here it tells you you're not going to know when it's going to come, and you should always prepare yourself in that way to not know when something like that's going to come. And you should always be alert. You should always be, as he's talking about the slaves here, the good slave is always doing good, even when his master's away, so that when the master returns and sees his slave doing good, or sees, in this case, Jesus sees his followers doing good, then they'll be accepted, into heaven. That's what this whole analogy is about. There's something that's been happening on the internet with the mask mandate, and especially it seems like it's a real chronic problem on airplanes for some reason, where people will refuse to put a mask on. And they say, no, you can't make me put a mask on. I'm not going to do that. What are you going to do to me if I don't put a mask on? Then all of a sudden the police are in the plane and they're about to take him away. All of a sudden, oh, I'm putting my mask on now. Please don't take me away. That's what they're talking about here. Once the police show up and you've been doing wrong, it's too late. You're getting taken off the plane. And that's what we're talking about here. Don't expect that your life can go through and you can just hang out with the drunkards and do all these things that are wrong. And then when Christ shows up, you go, oh, I plan on following you now. That's not going to be the way it happens. You need to be following Christ now. You need to be following, the two important commandments that we had talked about before. Love God with all your heart, mind, soul, and body, and love other people. And if you're not doing those two things, and you're not following what Jesus' expectations are for you, you can't wait until the last minute and say, oh, I'm putting on my mask now. Oh, I'm following you now, Jesus, since I know you're real. No, Christ is real. His commandments are real. The love for God and the love for people is real. And you need to be following these things. So So the two things that really come out of this is you're not going to know when it's going to happen. So don't believe all these prognosticators or whatever that are saying, oh, well, it's going to happen now. These are the signs. No, they don't know. Even when Christ was on earth, Christ even said here that he did not know the time and place, that only the Father knows. So why do you think if Jesus didn't know, some guy that's just making it up on the fly, it does? If Jesus didn't know, that guy doesn't know. And also that you want to be prepared in a way that you're being the person that Christ expects you to be. That's what I got for today. That's our devotional.
And
And guys, we're going to go on vacation for 4 days. So hopefully we could do some of these on the road, which would be fun. But guys, just have a blessed day. Hope you enjoy this devotional. And just have a great rest of your evening here in the States and the rest of your day elsewhere in the world. God bless.
God bless everyone.